To make good snuff, you got to grab into it. You know, you got to get a feel of it. You take a fistful, and you squeeze your fist. And when you open it up, it's supposed to stay there in one piece, but if you bump it twice, it'll break right up into the fine stuff. That's the feel that you have to have it. If you don't have that feel, doggone it, you haven't made the snuff right. Well, it all started in 1635 when John Pearson landed on this river and he built the first fulling mill in America. He had a son by the name of Benjamin, and I'm the 9th Benjamin to be milling on this river since. We've moved about 6 miles in 300 years. The reason we came about being on our major brand, Red Top, was a druggist in Fall River who bought snuff from us in bulk, and he flavored it different ways. And then he hit on this formula with mainly wintergreen flavoring, and it became very popular. And he put a red cover on the can. Well, my grandfather felt that we could do it just well up here, so he made a deal with him, and we flavored. And because that flavoring was so popular in those days, and it was a red cover on the can, we came up with a brand name, Red Top. And that has been our major brand ever since. Snuff came out in that originally all the mills beside their main product had a snuff room. And they made up snuff, which they sold to the ship chandlers in Newburyport. My grandfather, as a young man, started Pearson Tobacco. He had a small mill up at the sawmill, and as soon as he got the snuff done, he'd hitch up a horse and wagon and go up to Lowell and Lawrence and peddle his snuff. Well, I started in here 25 years ago. I think I was carried on the payroll as a lumper. That's about 3 steps below unskilled laborer. Tobacco today is very clean. Years ago it came up, there was an awful lot of dust in the soil with it. And we have to screen it and get it very thoroughly clean. Years ago there was an awful lot of metal in the tobacco. Axe heads and nails, and in fact that was one of the tricks of the old pinwheelers in the, particularly the Louisville area. They used to get a bunch of old nails and get them in to get the weight in the hogshead. I think sometimes some of our stringent cleaning processes are not needed anymore, but we still use them. I feel we make the quality snuff in the country. It's a labor of love with us, all done by hand, and I myself, on every process, from beginning to end. My grandfather taught my father how to blend the tobaccos and how to cure them the best, and my father taught me, and it's all by feel. You go down and you feel of it, and you smell of it, and just look at it, and you say it's ready, or you say, no, I got to give it another day or so, or a week or so. We chop the tobacco up and clean it, and then it drops down here. The pile will come up, practically fill this section of the room. And after we have that all chopped and down here in the curing room, the pitchforks come out again, and 2 of us stand over here on the end of the pile of tobacco, and we pitch it up against the boards at the end. It's quite a process. You've got 25 to 30,000 pounds of tobacco on a pitchfork. We cure till I think it's ready by the feel and the smell, and when I know it's ready to move, back come the pitchforks again, and we pitch it onto a conveyor which goes to the attic. Now you're changing from a cooler heat here in the basement to a warmer heat in the attic, which brings the curing process along a little faster. During the 30s, these mills here. We operated this main mill, and we have another mill up river, and the Lackawanna mill downriver. So we could use our water 3 times, and we ground snuff in all 3 mills. And we started whenever there was any water in those days. Sometimes in September, they'd get a lot of tobacco cured up and started grinding. They put snuff flour down for aging at every opportunity they had water. Now today we can wait for the spring thaws and get everything done on that spring freshet, so that our actual grinding doesn't take that long. It's 5 or 6 weeks. These wheels weigh 300 to 400 pounds apiece. They're running on a cast iron pan. They're on a straight X, so you're getting a grinding motion as well as rolling. We feed the mills from the attic here. We come with the bushel baskets, and we load the mills every hour. There's a series of 4 mills that the tobacco goes through. So every hour we shift down 1 mill to the next, to the next, to the next. And so it's a slow process. I call it off by the numbers, but really a good miller, you shift these mills out when you feel the product is ready to be shifted out. We shift out by a series of levers. We open that up and the snuff will drop into the next mill. And to make your shift, you start at the bottom and work up. We run 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The mills don't stop because once you get them rolling, you get the proper heat into the wheels and into the pans. And the heat has a lot to do with the drying out of the moist tobacco. It's no fun to work from 7 at night till 7 in the morning all alone, but you have to do it. I'm the 9th Benjamin to be milling on this river since. On the pure snuff mill end of it, why I'm the 3rd generation in it. I don't know whether the 4th generation will get in it or not. He very much wants to, but the snuff business is not what it used to be.